Here we go.
Hi, Gail.
You guys,
Hey, Debbie.
thank you so much for taking the time to be on our Zoom call today. I'm so excited about the information that was shared at the was it Great Start?
Comes Dawn.
Making a great start or something. And I've got to be honest with you. Hi, Dawn.
Strong Start.
Hey, how are you?
Hi,
Great,
Jen.
how are you?
Good
I
morning.
don't see y'all. Do you
We see you.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I can't see y'all. I don't know what I've done.
It might be just we've
Give
had
it
a
a
couple of
second, it
black
may come up.
screens. We've had a couple of black screens today. Maybe it's just kind of working itself out. If I wave, will it help? No.
I'm gonna sign out and try to come back. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Mine says my internet is unstable, so maybe it's me.
Oh, there you are.
Okay.
I just had to close off some other stuff, I guess.
Okay. All right. Hey, Jen. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Well, anyway, I just wanted us all to get together and brainstorm. But I'm going to tell you that first of all, you know, I'm in an accountability group with Becky Ishii, and there's a lot of these things that I've learned, and I know that Debbie was saying a lot of it was even at New Director Academy. But of course, you know, when I see people really succeeding and doing amazing work, I want to copy what they do. So that is why I just wanted to assimilate those of us who really want to rock this year and just kind of brainstorm. And I'm really thankful to Debbie Almas for joining us on the call. If you don't know our story, someday we'll tell it to you, but I go back a long way. But now Debbie is on Stacy Itzel's team. And I thought, well, we could tap how Stacy has approached with her directors how to use this system. And of course, Debbie promoted to director and advanced director in the past year, right, Debbie?
Yes, ma'am.
It's been pretty quick. So
Yeah, it was.
So with that, I don't know, have you all been able to open the file I sent you called Make It a Strong Step for Becky Ishii and Stacy Itzel?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Jen, I saw you shaking your head. Did you try and it didn't work, hon?
I'm just having internet problems on my computer this morning, so
Okay.
I just haven't had a chance. I was on looking at stuff, and then all of a sudden I'm like, yeah.
No
It's
problem.
my-
It's all
it's
come
my
up
problem,
really
not
fast.
yours.
What?
Karen, I found it on the, if you go to Pampered Chef website, to Consultants Corner, and go under Training and Events, they already have it listed. A lot of the resources from the different workshops are listed on there, and it was easier for me to download it from there. I didn't have to go through
But I'm
Evernote.
wondering if you got the same things I got from Becky.
Yeah, it's from her workshop, the Strong Start.
Well, you know, again, I don't know if she sent me what she used at the workshop or if she sent me everything.
Okay.
So I
you may have extra
haven't
stuff.
compared it.
Yeah, Karen, when I looked at the Evernote one, it's exactly what I was fortunate, you guys, because when they did this pilot program, the three of them invited all their directors to do this training with them at the beginning of the year as practice and whatnot. So what is in the Evernote is exactly what we used in the program.
Which I would have expected, but I'm not sure, again, without checking what's Pampered Chef posted, if it's the same thing.
Right.
So, but I tell you what I will do is, Debbie, if we want to, I'll share my screen with my Evernote.
Right.
And we'll see, and, maybe some of you don't need it, but some of you do.
Yeah, it's very simple, you guys. And here's what they ask us to do. I know a lot of us are trying to go paperless, but when we started this program, we actually printed out the entire stuff that's listed there, like the launch list. And I have created a binder for this, and it just has like 4 sections because you're going to be working with your consultant, and I just go exactly what it says there. I mean, when I'm talking to a new consultant, I do exactly what it says on that list. I ask those questions, and I don't differ it at all.
You just
You know,
follow Did you just follow directions?
yeah, I just do
Imagine that.
exactly what that paper says. And it's amazing. This program is amazing. I did have trouble with it at first, getting in the habit of doing it. Okay, like anything else, because it was brand new. But once I made myself start doing it, it's just totally, totally amazing. And I didn't recreate anything. I just go down that paper and read those questions and get those answers from them, so that I have the feel, the call 1, call 2, call 3, call 4.
Okay.
So my binder has 4 sections in it. So when I finish call 1, I can put it in call 2. And
Okay.
and then I don't
I'm
per
sorry.
se. I've been lucky. All of mine have qualified that I've used the program on in 30 days. But per se that they don't, then I just flip it to the back, and I do a reminder call, until they get qualified.
Debbie, you've just said a couple of things, and thank you for elaborating on this binder. And how many of you were in the workshop?
I was.
Who was I?
Gail.
Gail. Oh yeah. Okay. I loved it because Stacy showed the how she moved the papers from one section to the next, which is kind of like brilliant. It was just like so simple but brilliant.
It's a simple binder. It really is. And it works.
Okay. So, and you also said something else I would like to elaborate on it. You said you've you've qualified all of your recruits since this program started, since you started using this program?
Yes, ma'am.
Gosh, I think that's reason enough for me to start using it.
Yeah.
Another thing we did too, because Stacy, was reaching for that circle of honor, she encouraged us that if we had any consultants that weren't qualified, to pull that list up. And it's amazing to see that list of non-qualified consultants to how close that they really are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so we worked at that also with this program, went back to those consultants and kind of like started over with them to get them qualified.
Okay.
And 3,000 points towards your trip, everybody. That's grand.
That's it. Yeah. And that's, of course, what our Tuesday tidbit call was about yesterday.
Right. Don't necessarily give up on those ones that aren't qualified. Some people just send an email to remind them 150, to stay active, blah, blah, blah. But I had 2 that weren't qualified in their 30 days. And I just went back and started this program with them, and we got them qualified. So it does work.
And again, I think you've said a couple of things there. Sometimes we get irritated with new consultants because they don't act like we think they should. They maybe don't return a call, or we kind of get an attitude about them,
Mm-hmm.
and then we tend to neglect them, or either that or we don't know what to say.
But the words are all right there now.
Okay.
If you go down those call things and just do that, it's totally amazing.
Okay.
And the reception on the other end, I felt, was very strong too, from the new consultant, that they actually would spend the time with me and answer those questions for me.
Okay.
How long is each call, Debbie?
Well, it can vary. It depends on your consultant,
Average, what would you say? 30
Average,
minutes?
I would say about 30 minutes. Some have run over for me, and that's okay. But on an average, I would say 30 minutes.
Okay.
And some people may be able to shorten that up. I'm sure Stacy doesn't take 30 minutes but I'm pretty flat out and right to the point kind of person. So I don't let them wander too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
When they get off track, I try to bring them back to what we're doing.
All right, can I ask a dumb question?
No question is done.
Explain to me the moving of the sections.
Okay.
So I'm not having a separate binder for each consultant, am I?
Absolutely not. You're putting them all in one binder.
Okay.
Okay. And so if you start with call 1, you put your, well, first of all, I don't know, Karen, have you made a welcome video for your team?
Not yet.
Okay. Stacy has a welcome video. So the minute we see that we have a new consultant on our team, when we get that email, we send that welcome video to them as an email. It's a welcome thing. And we send that. If she did it on YouTube. And we send that to our new consultant. And then I call them the next day to set up this call. Okay, so we have the paper with their name and everything on it. And those are all in the file too, under the, the Strong Start binder.
Okay.
Put
So
them all.
You guys
Okay,
keep talking. I have to run up. Somebody's at my door.
Okay. So say you have your first new consultant, you put it on call 1. Okay, you make the call, you go through the entire, make your notes, whatever. When you're finished with that call, you put that paper into call 2, behind the call 2 section.
Okay. So you have a different sheet for each new consultant.
A different sheet for each new consultant, and that is also,
Is that in this list?
yeah,
of
it's
materials?
in the if you open the Evernote, it's in there.
Okay.
And if it's not, it'll tell you where to go to PCU to get it.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay?
That makes sense.
Right.
So
And then
now question.
After the call, I send them an email about their homework. Thank you for coming to call 1. Our call 2 will be on blah, blah, blah date. And then their homework that they need to do before call 2. Like setting up their shows or whatever's on the list that they're supposed to do. And that's all on that call, on that list. On the
Perfect. That sounds great. I love this.
It is. And it's a simple system. It's just getting used to using it.
Right.
I don't know if y'all went to Director Academy or not, but it's pretty much kind of what we learned on the 72-hour Strong Start program, but it's a little more detailed, and I think it's a lot simpler
Oh, good.
than the actual 72-hour Strong Start. The thing of it is I found the difficulty is getting in the habit of doing it and making those calls within that 72 hours. And sometimes you get oh, I forgot or whatever, but so I just reschedule them in. I haven't had anybody, I suppose there's a limit to that too, after 2 or 3 times when they miss your call, it's up to you how you handle it, but
But I think it's interesting. You really haven't run into that.
I haven't. I've been lucky. There have been some on our team that have, and like Stacy always tells us, they have to want it for themselves. You don't want to totally give up on them, but you don't want to waste your time either. So then it comes down to, like, I just emailed them the once a month situation. We always send our people that aren't really active, or, maybe they only do one show every other month or whatever. We send them a quick email at the beginning of the month of what's going on and how easy it is to get to the 150, blah, 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 blah. And we just send that to them. So we're not totally ignoring them. We're still keeping them abreast of what's going on in the company, but, we don't spend, you don't spend your time on the people that aren't working.
Right.
But, again, to me, I mean, you're saying the words lucky, but, when you're.
I think the program has helped us be lucky.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And again, I know that I need to be a better qualifier. So there's something that I'm doing or missing that I am not, instilling in my new consultants that the importance, there's something I'm missing there. So this, to me, is going to help me tweak that.
Right.
You know?
It will.
Yeah. And I'm sorry I had to run away for just a second, but so I want to be clear. Stacy does a welcome video that is distributed to every new consultant, but it's distributed, she provides it for you to post for your people. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. So say I recruited somebody new and I got the email. I would send that immediately to my new consultant.
And that, is that via
Somebody
email?
on my team recruited somebody and I got the email that we have a new team member because I'm the director. I also send that to the new consultant,
But that's
even
email.
though I didn't recruit them.
Yeah, but that's
So-
email.
Is it Stacy's video or is it your own video that you made?
It's Stacy's video.
Okay.
It's welcoming them to our organization.
Okay.
And you guys can all go and see it. It is on YouTube, or I'll try to remember to post it here on the Angel page if you want to see it.
Yes.
And
I'll look
Kieran,
for it. I'll look for
Kieran-
it. Post it, Debbie. If I have a problem, I'll call it. I'll let you know.
okay, and Kieran will make you guys one that you will use for your organization.
And like she said, if you'll send that to them email and then follow up with your welcome, then they feel pretty welcomed.
Absolutely.
Okay. And
Well,
I'll
I
do
think
that right away. I will
I
do that
think
right
it's
away, you
just
guys.
fair that they know the support that they actually have, because most of them are scared to death because they think they got to do this on their own, and they don't.
Yeah.
You know, we are here to help them, and we need to let them know that. And I think Stacy wants everybody to know that they're part of a great organization, and I'm sure you would want them to know that also, Karen.
Oh, sure.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Any questions? Okay, well, let me just tell you.
Karen, I think I do have one.
Okay, go ahead.
This is designed for the first 30 days.
Yes,
Is that
ma'am.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there somewhere we go beyond that first 30 days? Is there anything in place for that, or is this just kind of getting us in a habit of being in constant communication with our team?
I think it's a habit of getting them off to a very strong start, and when you do that in the first 30 days,
Then there,
you have created the base for a rock star.
right? Okay.
Okay. So what you do after 30 days, as far as your communication with your team, you know, as far as meetings and whatnot, of course, you know, you want to involve them all in that. But, you know, I think that's totally up to you how you handle, per se, the next 60 days of their 90 days.
Which would probably be the show-based coaching.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we can work on that. You know, again, they have they still have their new rewards program, you know, going for another 60 days, plus the fast track to director.
Exactly. You guys, you want to really talk about that fast track director program too to everybody. My sister Vicky just did it with 2 of her directors, and it promoted her to senior. And she's got 2 more probably going to do it this month. The young people are just like on speed mode, so they want that money.
And Debbie,
that's what,
Debbie, what percentage of Vicky's business is virtual?
well, I want to say about 95%. Vicky has done nothing but virtual and Facebook shows. She has done a few events and has tried to do some cooking shows, but every time she gets one scheduled, she ends up with cancellations. So she's only done probably in 3 years, maybe 5 cooking shows.
Wow.
Debbie, I've got a couple of questions too. That just brought up another one, but getting back to the Strong Start thing, what kind of approach, or how do you talk to your consultants that you've had for a while but they've not qualified, to get them interested in doing and going through these calls with you? What do you say? What words?
I just invited them to start over. Would you like to start over? I
Okay.
feel that I have a new program that we can help you if you're willing to do the work. It's a simple 4-call program, and it's working for others that I have recruited. So if you would like to start over and go through this program with me, I know I can get you off to a strong start and get you qualified.
Okay, sounds great. Second part, getting to your sister, she does all the virtual stuff. Does she do like 5 to 10 day parties, or does she just do the 1 hour virtual?
She starts her parties usually on Sunday night and runs them till Saturday.
So she does the week long.
Right, she does a week-long program. We used to run them Friday to Friday, trying to hit both paydays.
Mm-hmm.
And that works if you run them Friday to Friday. But we found that most people that are going to order in a Facebook show are going to do it within 5 days.
Okay.
And don't say, I have extended a few shows when I see that they're $10 away from qualifying, or they're $10 away from the next level of free shopping or whatever, trying to get that one more order. And, asking for that one more order has made a big difference in my sales.
Okay.
$20 order or $40 order or $50 order doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when you add them all together on the amount of Facebook shows I do, it's made a big difference in my sales and my commission.
How many do you do a month, Debbie?
I try to do 12. I got into a slump though, because my mother was, I lost my mother in March, so I wasn't working. In April, I started with 1 show, and I built my April to 12. And then from there, I have been doing on a constant basis 8 to 10. But I always try to do 12 if I'm doing nothing but Facebook.
Uh-huh.
And the reason I do that is sometimes you get that host that just thinks, well, I just have to invite my friends, even though you've coached them.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to invite my friends and they'll go shopping. Well, it doesn't work like that.
Right.
But so every now and again, I will have one that doesn't qualify. I mean, I may get a few orders, but it doesn't qualify. So I try to overbook because of that situation.
Okay.
I also, when I do them, coming into selling season, it can get a little hairy when you're running 5-day shows, but I try to book 4 to 5 a week if I can. Some of my girls on Pam's, my director team, they do them all at once. I don't know how they do it, but they're very successful at it. The max I will do is 5 a week.
Okay. What service do you use to post?
I just use Facebook and use groups. I'm a group person.
Okay.
A lot of people use events, but I use group.
Okay.
And you
don't
use
your own
SendShare?
posted.
Do you use SendShare?
I haven't used SendShare, and I wished I'd have set it up because I had 3 shows going during conference, so it got a little hairy for me, and I felt like I wasn't being fair to my hostess. I tried to talk them all out of it, but they said, no, it's okay. We know you're going to be gone, blah, blah, blah. But I felt as the consultant, I wasn't doing the job I should be doing. So I wished I would have set up SendShare for that situation. But most of the time I do my own posting manually. And the reason I do that is I like to talk to my people. When they're in there and you can see who's viewing. I mean, I go and say to them, geez, I'm glad you're in the show. I see you're looking around at this or that, or you've seen this post or that post. Do you have any questions? I like to make contact with those people. So I think with SendShare, we sometimes could get into the habit of just programming it in and letting the show run and not really making those connections that we need to make with those people. So it's just my preference. A lot of people use SendShare and they're more successful than me. It's all about how busy you are and what works best for you. This is my full-time job and I don't have children, and so I do have extra time to spend at it, but it's just my preference, probably because that's the way I learned it, and it's just easier for me.
Yeah. SendShare is so nice. It really is nice. And, once you get used to the routine, and then you can go back and grab past things too, which is nice.
Right.
But yeah, I think that I certainly feel, I used to kind of poo-poo virtual shows a little bit, and we've talked before that I can't imagine where the last 24 years of my life, what it would be like if I wasn't doing live cooking shows, because I think it would be kind of lonesome, but gosh, I certainly see a place for them.
Yeah, it's a great way to do your business. I
Mhm.
love cooking shows. There's no doubt about that.
Mhm.
I've just had struggles with getting 8 cooking shows on my schedule a month.
Mhm.
So the virtual has worked out for me, and I have done both. I have done the 5 days and the virtuals. The virtuals are kind of fast for me because I like to talk to my people, and I don't want to miss anybody's comments and stuff, but
Mhm.
it's just my preference to do the 5-day. But
Okay. Well,
I've
thank you.
even done a virtual inside a 5-day, like had one evening where we're all going to get together. Like I did a salad in a jar one night right in the middle of the 5-day show. So.
And that's interesting that you say that, Debbie, and you should all know, Kathy Yellis is one of my best friends, and she kind of feels like she has a new kind of approach on doing some virtual parties. And I've always thought, well, I want to see how she does things anyway, knowing her past with Pampered Chef. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do a lemongrass spa party, virtual party with her next
Right.
And I'm only inviting people who are interested, mainly because I want to see from start to finish how she hosts coaches and how she sets it up. But
Right.
she also is incorporating what you just mentioned about doing a video kind of in the, maybe talk about different product collections. And I want to see how she does that.
Right.
So if anybody would like to be part of that, I'm only going to personally invite people. I'm not going to broadcast invite, which I think is part of, I don't know how you feel about that, Debbie, but
I'm a strong believer in host coaching, that to tell these people, don't just add people to the group. You need to let them know you're having a Pampered Chef show, that it is going to be on Facebook. Just don't throw them into the group.
okay.
Actually ask them if they'd like to be part of it.
Okay. So good.
I'm
So
a
that's
strong
what I'm planning. If any of you would like to be, included in that, I mean, I don't even know, I do love lemongrass spa products too, but I'm doing it mainly because I want to, steal ideas. So,
Totally.
so private message me if you're interested in that.
You guys also, when I do a 5-day thing, I usually do a special thing every single day. Like I don't just throw the product at them.
Mhm.
I do it as a category. Like I start with rock crock, and we do rock crocks the whole day. Then the next day I might do grill, or I might do the deep covered baker and the stoneware. I do it as each day I pick a category, and that's what we stick with.
How many posts do you do a day?
I usually do 3 or 4 in the morning. I try to do a couple in the afternoon, and then I bombard them at night, because I find that most people are on and paying attention in the night hours.
Okay, please define bombard.
Well, it depends. I don't know.
Is that 10 or is that 50?
No, not 50. No, maybe 10. It could go 15.
Okay.
And I space that out. I don't do it every 3 minutes or I mean, usually when I have 4 or 5 shows going on at the same time, it takes me time to, copy and paste and blah, blah, blah. So, I do try to space it out to where their notifications aren't bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
I find it's easier to do 3 or 4 at the same time than to do one, because then you just feel like, geez, I'm just sitting here waiting for the time to go by so I can post again.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to get thrown in Facebook jail.
Now, did you use Evernote?
I have used Evernote.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
That makes it easy too.
I'm still working at that, but I'm getting better at it.
Well, and I would recommend to any of you that $39 that Lydia's training on Evernote for $39 through
Yeah,
Linda
it's amazing.
Ellsworth is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it really helped me because I was trying to do it on my own and it was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to Lydia. And it really does help.
Okay, well then, you had a question, Jen. It looked like you're about ready to talk.
Yeah, I was going to ask if she has like a script that she uses. Like we see all of these people compiling, parties. Do you have something like that you use?
You mean like a sample show?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I put myself in a group and, well, basically, when I first started this, because I was working full time, I said, there's no way I can do Pampered Chef again and go out and, I just didn't feel like, because I was working 60 to 80 hours a week, that I could go out and do cooking shows. And when Vicki showed me about Facebook, I thought, I could do it for 15 minutes a night when I come home. And that's exactly what I did. I only posted it at night. But what happened is she always includes her new consultants in one of her shows. So basically all they have to do is go and copy and paste it. Well, as time went on, I've created my own. You put your own flair into it. So what I did is I set up a group on my computer with just me and one other, and now it has my director in it. And it's called My Sample Show. Okay. And I just post that. And when I get sick of looking at the same things over and over, I go to Vicki and say, put me in your show. I need some new ideas.
Okay.
And so I switch it up that way.
Nice. Okay.
Good.
Now, per se, if you get a couple hosts that booked off of a person that, like I've got 2 going right now, and they have some mutual friends. So I don't want them getting double notifications of the same show, even though these shows are going on at the same time. So I did switch it up. Like one show looks different than the other.
Right, totally.
As far as the posting and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I want you to know, Debbie is on our Angel Team group. So if you have any questions or things, you can always contact her through there or private
I'll
message.
be glad to help anybody with it.
We know you will. One of the quick questions, we only got 4 more minutes left. There's a couple of things I just wanted to mention. I know that what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to do a Fab 5 group, and I'm only going to work with 5 people on my personal team. And I already have that group established. And I'm going to do it as a support mainly because they're coming back from conference, so excited, and I want to keep that camaraderie going. So I am planning to do a Zoom call on Monday nights at 9 o'clock mainly. There's one day I have to have different because of our team recognition night. But anyway, if any of you are interested in it, if you want to assimilate your 5 or how many ever you want to put in your group and you want to include them, if you want to just do that, we can do that. I just want to throw that out to you if you're interested. But I will be working on, I will get an introductory, a welcome welcome video done as soon as possible. And I will work on that in the next couple of days and get that for you. And I would encourage you all to work on your binder too. And if you have ideas on how to do that binder, take a photo or a little video and share that on Angel Team, would you?
Right.
But
yeah, do that binder, you guys. It doesn't take that long. And once you have it done and established, you will use it.
Okay. So let's just focus on that first. And we do have an Angel Team call next week. There's a couple other things I'd like to talk about next week too, but we can do an update on this. And who would like to commit to having their binder done by next week at the very latest?
I will.
Okay.
I'm not done.
All right. What do you think, Becky? What do you think, Jen?
I may not be on the call next week. I'll be in California, and that's like 7 a.m. out there, so I may not be.
You got vacation or something?
Yeah, we leave Saturday.
Oh, great.
Well, have a great
But I'll
time.
have my binder done by then.
You can post on Angel Team then. If you got that done, you got to pass, girl.
Okay.
All right. So, well, listen, I hope that this has been helpful, you guys.
Karen, this is Gail Saya. Did you record this? Because I missed about the first minute.
I did.
Okay, I've been listening the last 30, but I missed about the first 10. So I need to learn about the binder. So I just go back and listen.
It's all under the files I sent you, Gail.
Okay, great.
Yep. But
Okay,
yeah,
I gotta go. I gotta go to the doctor. See ya.
Yeah, doing these recordings is not the easiest thing in Zoom, but we'll perfect that.
Okay, sounds wonderful. Thank
All
you.
right. Hey, thanks again, Debbie. You guys, thanks
You're
a lot for
welcome,
being on the
Debbie.
call.
Thanks for sharing, Debbie.
Yeah,
Thank you,
You
Debbie.
guys, and if you have any questions, just message me or call or whatever. I'll be glad to help.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
sweetie.
thanks a
much.
bunch.
Bye.
Bye. Have a great day, you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks, Karen, for setting this up.
Yeah,
My
thank
pleasure.
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.